I thought I'd give this thing a watch. I had nothing better to do after work, so hell, let's watch the WWE, okay? Even though I'm not that into it as I was before back in the day, like the 90s, early 2000s, maybe I was a little bit more into it, but I like to keep in touch with the EU every now and then. If you know anything about me, I boycotted the WWE years ago. Years ago, I boycotted the WWE for many reasons, and I haven't really been a faithful WWE viewer in a long time, unless I'm really interested in what's going on. I got to be really. It's got to be like a WrestleMania or a Royal Rumble where you know they're going to deliver. Royal Rumble, you're going to get what you get. You know, the 30 man over the top belt or 40 or whatever they're doing that year. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm not gonna lie to you guys either, and I won't start here. I fast forwarded a lot through this show at Rihadad. How did they spell this so weird? I don't know. It's weird. Rihad. I think that's how they say it. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. When I went to broadcasting school, Academy Radio, when I was in broadcasting school, they told me it's Saudi Arabia. I don't know if it's true or not, but ever since then, early 2000s, I've been saying Saudi Arabia, not Saudi Arabia. It's Saudi Arabia. I think we mainly say Saudi here in the States. If you are Saudi Arabian, hit me up. Let me know how to pronounce Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. Let me know. Anyway, where was I? Okay, I was saying that I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna start here. I completely fast forwarded through the crown jewel. I was not gonna sit through matches that I wasn't interested in, or wrestlers for that matter that I'm not interested in. I'm not invested into the storylines. I'm not invested into the wrestlers. I'm not invested into their matches. So why am I gonna stick around for what is it? It was 4 hours. 4 hours long for this thing. I'm not going to stick around and watch a 4 hour match that, or a 4 hour pay per view that I'm barely into. So I fast forward this thing like I kept my hand on the fast forward button. My remote didn't leave my hand watching the ill crown jewel in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Let's see. If you're like me, you did the same thing. You're not gonna sit 4 hours through this thing watching. But from what I could tell, are the matches that I saw, although it didn't make me want to go back and watch the other matches, but the matches that I saw, the two matches that I only saw two, only watched two. It was the only two that I was interested in, the first and the last, the show opener and the main event. Honestly, those are the only two feuds or matches that I was interested in seeing. So anyway, let's get into this thing. I'll go over it was Edge and Seth Rollins, and then the main event, of course, was Brock Lesnar versus homeboy Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman in Reigns's corner. So let's do this. Let's get into this thing. I need you to do one thing for me, or a couple of things for me. I need you to subscribe, like, and follow. Hit that little bell on YouTube as well, so you can keep up with the boobs and myself and our opinions on everything wrestling and a bit more than that. We talk about a lot of things. So let's get into this. This is Pro Wrestling 24/7. Holy hell, was the Edge and Seth Rollins match really good. Great way to open the show. Hella good, dude. You got to watch this thing if you haven't saw it. If you don't watch anything from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, crown the family jewels, you got to watch Edge Seth Rollins, the opening match, and the main event, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Those are the two matches you got to, everything else, who cares, right? Watch those matches. Only problem I would give this match with Edge and Rollins, and I swear, I love the match, but if I had the only problem that I would have is that I would have loved to see Seth win and end this feud already. I don't know if they're going to end it or not. I'm pretty sure they will. It's over already. But I would really have liked to see Seth Rollins go over on Edge at the Crown Jewel. I mean, how long has it been? It's getting kind of old now, isn't it? Rollins was up on Edge. Let this be the final. And that's it. Edge goes out. Edge doesn't need a victory. Hell, Rollins really doesn't need a victory either. But let Rollins win. He's the younger guy, I guess. And end this thing with a Rollins victory over Edge. That's just me. It's kind of getting old, isn't it? I guess Edge needed his comeuppance because Seth Rollins went to his home, I guess violated his house. So Edge kind of needed that comeuppance, I guess, over Rollins. But where does it go from here, though? Do we see more of Edge and Rollins now? I mean, it's got to be over. And to be honest with you, outside of the Brock and Reigns feud, it's the best thing going for the EO, for the WWE. I know it's the best thing going. So are they saying, since this is the best thing going for us, do we keep it going? But as wrestling fans, we got to be over it already. It's just way too long. There's no other storyline, though. Brock, Reigns, that's good. With Paul Heyman in the middle, that's good. Seth Rollins and Edge, this continued storyline is, you know what, it's getting almost, it's almost getting to the point where it was Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, where they just kept going back and forth, back and forth. It just got stale. It got boring after a while. That's how I see this Seth Rollins Edge storyline, this feud going. It's just too long. You got to stop it already. And hopefully with this Edge win at Crown Jewel, that it's over. Hopefully. But then again, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot what's going on over at WWE. That's why I'm boycotting, right? Edge looked so good, though, bro. He looks so good wrestling. He still looks like the crypt keeper from the 90s, though. He still looks like that dude. But I do too. But he looked good as a wrestler. I'll give him that. He took some big bumps too. That power bomb off the top rope, or the second rope, or whatever it was, second turnbuckle, shredded his back. That was cool to watch. Dude, Edge. He should have lost. He should have lost the match, especially after getting super kicked with a freaking chain wrapped around Rollins's foot. I mean, come on. You got a chain wrapped around Rollins's shoe, and he gets super kicked in the head, right on the side of the face, right in the jaw, right on the cheek, those cheekbones. And you can't end the match right there. Let's be a little realistic, WWE. Just a little. I'm not even asking you to be a lot, just a little realistic. You got a guy getting kicked in the face with a chain wrapped around his foot. The force of a kick. Just imagine that. With a chain. So you got the kick to the face, then you add the chain aspect, and he's able to kick out? He's able to survive. And just think about what I just said. Here's the thing. Think about this. So Edge survives. He kicks out. He prevents the big stomp with the chain wrapped around the foot when he grabs the chair, right? And blocked it with a nice little reversal, I guess, whatever. So he survives the chain to the foot and to the face, right on the nose. He survives that. And he comes back and gives Rollins a stomp on a chair, and Rollins is out? What kind of sense does that make? He survives a chain wrapped around his foot in a super kick, but Rollins can't survive a stomp on a chair? Come on. See, that's the realistic that I'm talking about. I need some form of reality. It's a fight. You can't kick out of every freaking thing. Back in the 80s, even the 90s, you hit somebody with a chain, you're done. You're done. Let alone a freaking kick with a chain wrapped around your foot. So you can't choose. Well, I guess you can. You just pick and choose what hurts a wrestler at any particular time. And I guess a chair. Meanwhile, how many chair shots have we seen in the WWE that didn't put a person out? But this time it did. But a chain didn't. I don't know. Just bad. Just really bad. Come on. So hopefully this feud is over because, bro, I'm sick of it. I'm done. What's the next feud? What's the next match? What's the next storyline for Seth Rollins? Not really worried about Edge so much in storylines because he can just walk in anywhere where he fits or wherever he doesn't fit. I mean, it's Edge, right? But what's next for Rollins? Where does he go from here? Because I don't see a spot for him. I don't see where he can fit right now. Does he? I don't even know where he is, honestly. Universal Championship. Where does he go? Who does he feud with? Where do we see Seth Rollins? Hit me up in the comments below, and we'll talk about it. Where does Rollins go after losing the Edge to end this feud at the Crown the Family Jewels in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia? All right, let's talk some good stuff here, some more good stuff, because we already talked about the one bout that I like. It was Seth Rollins and Edge. Now let's talk about the big boy, the main event, the Universal title shot, or picture, whatever you want to call it. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Reigns, and Heyman walk out first. Huge hype for this match. Real WrestleMania main event feel. Cole, Saxon, and Graves, they push it hard, man, and doing it well. I mean, they're really pushing this match as though it was, WrestleMania. Reigns and Brock, they stare down each other as Lesnar walks around the ring a time, just staring at each other. The third person in the ring is Charles Robinson. The two tie up, Reigns and Lesnar tying up back and forth. The match goes 3 Superman punches, yet Brock still able to continue in the match. Was amazing. I don't. This goes back to the Edge and Seth Rollins match. They pick and choose what hurts a wrestler, because a Superman punch, if he's not Lex Luger with pins in his elbows for the bionic elbow or whatever they called that move with Lex Luger back in the day, Roman Reigns, from my knowledge, doesn't have any of that in his fist. How in the heck is that a Superman punch? And what's the difference between his regular punches than that Superman punch, his special punch or his special maneuver, his ending maneuver? That I don't understand. I hate that finishing maneuver for Roman Reigns, a Superman punch, because it's stupid. Here we are again. The reality of it. Give me some type of realistic viewpoint in this wrestling, in this fight, WWE. You can't punch a guy regularly and then give him one punch as a Superman punch, and all of a sudden he's out. But the other few punches, he was fine. Come on, give me something to work with here. That's the problem I have with this match. Those Superman punches. He gave Brock Lesnar 3 of them, and Lesnar's still up. I mean, still fighting back, doing everything he can to get back into the match, right? 3 Superman punches. Here comes a 4th. I can buy that too. Just punch after punch. Reigns goes for a 4th Superman punch. Lesnar leaps over Roman Reigns. Reigns head first into the turnbuckle. It's getting good. Lesnar now has the upper hand. The crowd in Riyadh is going freaking crazy for Brock Lesnar. Insane. F5 to Reigns. Robinson. 1, 2. Kicked out is Roman Reigns after the F5. Lesnar goes for a second F5, countered into a guillotine by Roman Reigns. Lesnar counters with a spine buster. Clearly, the crowd is behind Brock Lesnar at this point. F5 number 2. Oh, no! Right into Charles Robinson. Robinson's down. Lesnar pins Reigns. The count is up to 16. Last I counted with the crowd in Riyadh. Not gonna matter. Chucky's down. He's out of the ring now because Brock Lesnar kicked him out of the ring. He actually picked him up by his pants, and Chucky went out the ring. He's done. Heyman looks all confused at this point. Heyman then tosses the title, the Universal title belt, into the middle of the ring, or into the middle of both Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. And then he yells out, "You know what to do. You know what to do with it." They both grab the title belt. It's a tug of war. Reigns on one end, Brock Lesnar on the other, fighting for the Universal title belt. And I'm assuming they were going to use it on one another. Right? Wait. As Billy Mays would say, there is more. The Usos would show up ringside. Super kick. Brock Lesnar, and Reigns is on the attack. Title to the nose. Goes the Universal title belt to Brock Lesnar. Pin. Here comes another official. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Roman Reigns still the Universal Champion. And this feud can't be over, right? It can't be over. I'm loving this. Is the best thing going for the WWE at this moment. The best thing. This could have went either way for me. I wouldn't have minded if Brock Lesnar won. I wouldn't have minded. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not a fan of either one of them, Roman or Brock. I think it went the exact way it should have been. Keep building this storyline. Keep building this hate for Roman Reigns as a heel with Heyman in the middle. It's so freaking good, man. This is the best thing going for the WWE right now, dude. I'm telling you. And I don't know why But this match just felt like a WrestleMania match to me. It it all had to do, in my opinion, with the storyline, the build up, the background, and of course the investment. I talk a lot about investment of our time, our money, our energy, because we could be watching, you know, restaurant makeover. Don't knock it. We could be watching anything, but it's that investment that we have on Brock Lesnar. It's that investment that we have on Paul Heyman and investment we have on Roman Reigns, that investment we have on Seth, the investment we have on Edge. And if you are invested in the New Day, Xavier winning the King of the Ring, or anyone else that was on the card, I personally didn't, except for these 4 people that I wanted to see. I never did like the New Day from day one. That's another topic on another day, though. But that's why I felt this match felt like a WrestleMania match, because the investment that I had with Reigns and Lesnar, and of course Paul Heyman all these years. It felt so good watching this match. I was on the edge of my seat. That's how good it was. And in all honesty, if the WWE were to focus all of their energy and all of their content from the horrible NXT that it is now, from Raw to NXT to SmackDown and whatever else in between their pay-per-views, if they invested in all their content the way they produce this main event, and that Edge and Seth Rollins match in the beginning of the pay-per-view, with that formula, I'd be back as a full-time WWE fan. And I bet you would too. But until then, man, I just don't see it happening with the WWE. Listen, shoot me a comment below and let me know how you felt about this main event. Also about the opening match, Edge and Seth Rollins, because both of them were freaking good. Listen, I need you to do me a favor as well. I need you to subscribe, like, and follow for the YouTube algorithm. I need you to do that. I would definitely appreciate if you can do it. Check us out all across social media at the PW247, and of course the Facebook group Pro Wrestling 24/7. I'm at I Hate Nick without the K Anthony on Twitter. This is Pro Wrestling 24/7. Until next time, check us out, Pro Wrestling 247.com.